Well, guys, it's been a exciting day. Today was Dyno Day. As I'm driving home, just want to talk to you guys for a bit before I show the footage. But I'm pretty impressed from what happened today. It's about 110-degree heat index here in the good old state of Kentucky, which when I had this car dynoed, before I did all of this work, and there's some deer on the side of the road, which is awesome. You know, it was about as hot as it was today, so I know when it's that hot, it's not ideal, you know, to do a dyno run. But overall, I'm pretty impressed. So the car's pretty much completely done. Of course, I'll always find something to tinker on it with, which I know my wife loves. But just gonna get out here in the country, do a nice little rip for you guys in the evening time, so you can actually see the gauges and see what's going on, and then we'll switch to this dyno footage. And then I got a picture I will share with you, because I took it to the same place that dyno did the first time, and they were actually able to, or not able to, but they kept the first one, so I had them lay the new one over the first one, so you guys will be able to see what it looks like before and after. So let me get down here on this little straight stretch. I don't know if my gauges are even in focus or not, but because right now I'm just focusing on the road and making sure no deer is going to run out of these cornfields. And then we're going to hammer down on her, and then we'll switch to the dyno footage, and then we'll call it a day. Alright, here we go. So you can see she accelerates pretty quickly. Let's check out that dyno footage. So here is the before and after dyno. The blue lines are the car before the Supercharger, which at that time the engine was rebuilt with 20 overbore ported heads and full headers. But other than that, that was the only modifications done to the car. And you can see it hit 175 horsepower at the wheels, you know, a little over 5,000 RPM before it hit peak. And then after the supercharger, it hit 252 horsepower, about the same peak RPM, a little over 5,000 RPM. Um, One of the cool things, at least in my mind, is yeah, it gained 77 horsepower, but that supercharger, at least everywhere that I've read, says it robs about 30 to 40 horsepower. We'll just call it 40. So if somebody had this 10-to-1 engine, mildly built or just say rebuilt, and twin turboed it, you could probably get 120 horsepower extra out of the car. So with the supercharger loss and drivetrain loss, I'm probably about 320 horsepower at the crank, just guessing, but, all in all, it's the horsepower that meets the road is what counts. But one of the real impressive things in my mind is the torque. So you can see before it was about 178 or so foot-pounds of torque, hit it in the 4,000 RPM range. But with the addition of the supercharger, it jumped up to 266 foot-pounds of torque in the low 3,000 RPMs, which is why this car hits so hard coming out of the hole. As soon as you give it gas, it scooches you back in the seat. So it's very fun to drive. It's a little bit different animal than a twin turbo car. But it definitely brings joy to drive it. Other than the fact that every once in a while it dies when it's coming down to idle, because I don't have my idle air control valve. But, that's the small things I can live with. But overall, I'm happy, which is all that matters. And, I love the fact that people have took interest in this project. And, if you want to see something else in the future or you have any questions, just hit me up. I may put together a short video of all the pictures and whatnot I took of this whole rebuild process. But that'll be down the road. So until then, I'll catch you guys later.